Hey guys, Marsing here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are doing another 200% Vegeta showcase, and this is an interesting one to be sure. I really wanted to check this guy out, because when he first came out, he was actually pretty good. This is Super Vegeta, but not the Super Vegeta you all know and love, the STR one. This is the Super INT Super Vegeta. As you can see, I have been link leveling him. He's not actually completely finished yet, but unfortunately I have a ton of videos that I need to make and only a certain amount of time to make them. So even though he's not completely finished, I wanted to try him out here. I am going to finish him off because there is something I kind of want to use him for in the future, which I think would be quite interesting. So he is a pretty basic unit. He doesn't have any super fancy effects. His super attack effect is greatly raises attack for 1 turn, which is pretty good, supreme damage. And then his passive is 80% attack and defense, raises attack and defense by up to 120%. The more HP remaining, the greater the raise. And then he gets a guaranteed crit when there is an androids category enemy. So the thing that was kind of making me curious was if he's actually good on this 200% team, then maybe, just maybe, when the red zone comes to global, there is of course a Super 17 stage on the GT version, and then there is an Android 13 stage on the movie bosses version. So if this Super Vegeta could actually be good on the 200% team, would he be usable there? So 2.4 mil, he's got I think 5 links active with the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which is not his best. His best link partner for this team is the GT Vegeta, the INT Super Saiyan 1. Technically, his best link partner is the first 3 phases of the physical transforming Vegeta, but of course, until he gets his EZA, he's not really going to be usable in the more difficult content. We could have used him for this showcase, but apart from like sometimes the unit I'm showing off themselves, I'm trying to build these teams as like a realistic team build that you could use in a more difficult event, so I don't want to bring units that would just get absolutely annihilated in those events. But he should be okay here. We got a whole bunch of support units, so we'll start getting these guys floated off here. I guess we'll float off the Xeno Vegeta first of all. So we'll grab some save type orbs here, because obviously the more health we start the turn with, the more attack and defense we get. Because if we're starting the turn on full HP, he is getting 200% attack and defense. So the other reason why I wanted to show him off is because this is obviously just him as he is now, but he definitely could be due an EZA, right? Because he was the side banner unit that released on Saiyan Day like 3 years ago, right? When physical transforming Vegeta came out, this Super Vegeta was the side banner unit for him. So it's very possible that he could EZA fairly soon. Oh wow, the only link he's missing with GT Vegeta is Saiyan Pride, which this Vegeta has. So this puts us at 144k. So that's the biggest problem, right? Is he doesn't get any way to raise his defense. He doesn't raise defense on super attack or anything like that. But the thing that you have to think about for the future is when he gets an EZA, because he's a TUR, so he EZAs up to level 140, all of his stats will go up. And then, even if they didn't touch his passive, which they obviously would, but that makes this 200% obviously even higher because his base stats are now higher. So I could imagine when he gets an EZA, this could quite easily go up to like 120 and then raises by up to like 150, maybe even 200. And then you just give him like greatly raises attack and defense on super. And then he would already be good. And then obviously having the guaranteed crit against androids is just like the icing on the cake. So it'd be really cool if he did get an EZA on global at least before the red zone comes out. But considering the fact that we basically know the roadmap now from now until the anniversary, that's obviously very, very unlikely. Saiyan Day probably would have been the best opportunity, especially considering it is a Vegeta kind of themed Saiyan Day. EZAing this Super Vegeta would have actually been pretty awesome. Although I guess he awakens with the physical exchange Vegeta medals, so will he need to EZA first and then this guy will be a sub EZA? That's definitely the way they could do it. So 2.7 million for Super Vegeta. I mean, he's still tanking normal attacks for double digit damage, so there is that at least. But now we're going to take a super. How much is this going to do? Yeah, 216k, and we're only at, what, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, so Obviously, his defense leaves a little bit to be desired. I mean, his offense is not exactly crazy either, right? Like 2 point whatever it was. We don't have support still, though. So the next rotation, we're finally going to have him with support. Unfortunately, this is a very bad setup here, but I am going to go ahead and do this. The friend Majin Vegeta has Dukes, so he should be okay in slot 1 there. Don't get the 6 orbs for my one, but at least he is super attacking first. And then just grab these for Go 10. So at least next turn we're actually going to have support on rotation. I should have healed as well, actually. So one thing I have to remember, because he gets all of these, the big part of his bonus stats on the amount of HP you have at the start of the turn. So it's going to be a serious problem if you are using him. And then, like here, for example, if we take a super attack on Go 10, we would survive, but our health would be very, very low. And so then, of course, his stats starting out the next turn will be very, very low. So how much are we actually going to take here? Yeah, 245. So, yeah, we go into this turn almost dead. So we finally have him on rotation with support, but now his defense is 71k. So we'll have to go ahead and do this here. Get ourselves a heal, grab these, grab these. So yeah, not going to be a great turn for him. This is obviously the downside to having these kind of units that are based on your HP at the start of the turn. It's why units like the AGL and Tech Golden Frieza can be really, really good in something like Super Battle Road, but then at the same time they can be very dangerous to run, because if you start the turn below a certain amount of HP and they don't have their damage reduction, then they're not really doing anything for you. And so this Super Vegeta definitely falls under that same kind of category, where if you take, just like that last turn, if you take a stray super attack at the end of the turn, you go into the next turn with basically no health, and so then your unit is just nigh on useless, pretty much, right? So I think what we'll do here, we probably won't go too crazy on this showcase for this Super Vegeta, because obviously he doesn't stack. He doesn't raise his stats in any way, so there's not really a lot more we can do to show him off. So I'm going to use the Princess Snake here, so we can get back up to full health, just so we can actually see him with his full passive next turn. Well, I say full because obviously we're not going to be on 100% health, because we are still going to be taking double-digit damage from some of these attacks, but there we go. We get the crit of Majin Vegeta. So we are basically on full health, and we have the support from Go 10. So let's see here. We can get 7 orbs for GT Vegeta. Got every link active except for Saiyan Pride, and we have 166k defense. So not exactly crazy, but let's see what we can get against the Ozaru here. With the 40% support, Saiyan Pride is a very powerful attack link, but obviously we can't get that active and have a support unit on rotation at the same time. So what is he going to give us here? We're going to get super attacked on GT Vegeta. So 159k. That's honestly not too bad considering the Ozaru. 2.81. Wow. So even with support, we weren't able to get him to even 3 million on his best turn. So unfortunately, I think I haven't watched a lot of videos on the Red Zone bosses, specifically Super 17 and Android 13. I don't know where they rank in the difficulty scale compared to Broly and Omega. Obviously, they're a lot easier. But yeah, I feel like from what we've seen, it seems pretty clear that the Super Vegeta probably would not be able to hang in the Red Zone without maybe getting an EZA first. So he's a cool unit. When he came out, he was obviously very good. Back then, having start of the turn, if you're on full health, 200% attack and defense was obviously very good. The art is pretty cool with him just booting Cell in the stomach. But yeah, I think he, you can kind of see, just like with some of the units we've shown off, even now with a 200% leader skill, this is definitely a unit that is going to need an EZA if he wants to be quote-unquote saved and actually be usable in the future. Because yeah, having that guaranteed crit against androids, I definitely feel like if he gets an EZA, he would probably be a must-run unit on this team, right? If you want to run the Vegeta 200% team, he would be a must-run unit on the red zone stage. Where you're fighting against an android. So we've got every link active again this turn, so 147k defense, not very high. I imagine we probably... Well, will he get killed by Goku this turn? I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think of INT Super Vegeta. So I've still got a couple of these other more obscure units to come to showcase. If there's any that you guys want to see that I haven't done yet, make sure you let me know down below in the comments section. Make sure you do check the channel first. I have made a playlist for all the 200% team videos, and I am doing quite a lot of them. We get the additional super here, which gives us the extra greatly raises attack for 1 turn. So we did actually manage to get to 3 million attack stat. But now he's going to get supered with his 147k defense. So yeah, 260k. We are actually going to survive the turn though, so there you go. And in the final phase we have type advantage, so we absolutely would be able to finish off this run successfully. But Super Vegeta not exactly doing a huge amount to help. So let me know what you guys think of him down below in the comment section. Do you have him? Do you have him rainbowed, ready to go? Like I say, I think an EZA for him would be pretty cool. I don't know what the sticker effect would look like, but the art is still pretty great. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.